Hey guys, Nikki Novak here for Young Hollywood. We are on the set of Mom on CBS, and we're here to chat with the amazing cast. I'm here with Justin Long. We have something in common. We both have AOL accounts, so
Yes.
we're the only two people left.
Yeah, I always get the same reaction. People, what?
Here with Sadie Calvano. Here with Anna Faris. We're here with Allison Janney.
We're here with Young Hollywood. We're talking about Mom.
So this is something sort of new for you, doing the multicam comedy, but I know you've talked about how this character, she's very different from things that you've played before. She's more complex, she's a little more layered, and that you're loving it.
I'm loving this. I'm loving like every element of this job, and I love Christy. You know, I've played a lot of simple characters, to say the least.
And wasn't there like a script just left at your door with like no envelope?
It was left on my doorstep, and I didn't know anything about it. My husband brought it in. He's like, "What is this?" I don't know. My husband started reading it, and he said, "Whatever you're doing right now, put it down." He was on like page 2. He's like, you need to play this girl. I was like, okay.
What's cool about this show is typically in life, the younger you are, the more immature you are, and as you get older, you get more, it's the reverse. You get to have the most fun, I feel like, of everybody.
I do. I am the biggest child on this show. Bonnie is a big child, and that's what I love the most about her, because and it's the thing that's most like me as a person, as Allison Janney. I'm a big child, and I'm completely childish. I have not grown past the age of, emotionally and mentally, past the age of, 17.
How's the experience been so far?
Insane. I kind of don't really believe it yet. I still find myself kind of pinching myself, no, I'm really here.
The beard, is this for the show?
It's very kind of you to call it a beard. It's growth for sure.
How long did it take?
It's 2.5 years.
You're Anna's love interest. Now, are you gonna have to do some kissing with that thing, maybe?
Yeah, unfortunately, but it's like, it's like sitcom kissing, where it's like, and the whole audience goes, ooh. It's like they're filled with Amish tweens.
So earlier we had Justin here, and you were teaching him hashtags.
Oh, hashtag thanks, hashtag been fun, hashtag you're welcome, America.
What was the hashtag you taught him?
What's a young thing to say? Give me a young hashtag swag?
Hashtag swag.
Hashtag swag.
Hashtag swag.
Hashtag swag.
Are you big on Twitter? Are you big on it? Because Anna and I think a couple of the other castmates are just getting, I think Allison too, are sort of just getting back on it.
I got Allison started on Twitter.
Did you get her started on it?
I did. I take
How did you
credit.
tempt her?
I was like, "Allison, what do you mean you're not on Twitter?" And she was like, "Sadie, what are you talking about?" It's like, "Allison, all the cool people are doing it." And so I sat with her and taught her all the buttons and connect and hashtag.
Have you taught her how to do a selfie?
No, that'll be our next lesson.
Are you good at the selfies?
Maybe on Friday I'll teach her how to rock it.
So tips for a good selfie?
I think that the duck face is pretty out of trend.
Out of
I
trend?
think so.
No more duck face, people.
I wouldn't duck it. None of this.
I'm obsessed with your Twitter.
Thank you.
And you wrote hashtag tacky. Have you figured that one out yet?
I can't figure them out in general. Do you have them figured out?
See, I think it was cool to hashtag for a while, but now it's not cool to hashtag.
See, a friend of mine told me that, which I actually tweeted, that a friend said,
That you shouldn't be
Yeah,
hashtagging
exactly.
anymore. And then you said you wanted to know how to say bitch like Aaron Paul. I'm assuming you're a Breaking Bad fan.
Yes. Yeah. Bitch. I can't do it. Can you? Bitch. That's closer. Bitch. You have to get your face really red. Bitch.
Tell us, how is the Emmys?
Well, I tried to make things a little interesting at the Emmys, because sometimes it can be a long show, and they don't really provide any beverages for you during the Emmys. So I decided no hydration, and I thought I need to sneak a little something into my evening bag. So a very clever person gave me a plastic shot of vodka, and it was a I'm not drunk right now, but a collapsible shot glass. So it was, soft. So you could mush it into your those
that's
purses are so
brilliant.
teeny.
They're so
they give
teeny.
you.
They're like this big.
But I never actually took it out because I was too embarrassed. I was like, I can't. I'm sitting next to Al Pacino, and I'm not going to take this thing out and go gluck.
You could have offered Al, but I'm sure Al would have been fine with it.
Probably should have offered it to him.
Did I hear that the Big Bang cast sent over, speaking of alcohol, a bottle of champagne?
They
or
were so
something?
classy, so sweet. Not only just a bottle of champagne, like it was a Dom Perignon vintage bottle of champagne. I mean, it's really, really generous and
science
sweet of them.
Geeks, Dom Perignon
I know.
connoisseurs.
They know how to
Who
throw down
knew?
over there. They're a very classy group.
So we have a little game for you.
Oh boy.
It's not really a game. It's kind of just random questions based on
Okay.
the show. Okay, most embarrassing moment, either, when you were a teen, caught doing something bad, or your parents embarrassed you.
Oh gosh, no, I was pretty good at embarrassing myself. One of my first jobs was this frozen yogurt commercial, and I was hired. I think I was like maybe 15, and I was hired because I looked like I was 9, and I was also had this very chubby face. And so, the commercial, I'm eating this frozen yogurt, and my mom off camera is like, Amy, are you eating ice cream? And I say, not anymore. And so I would walk, and I was in high school. I would walk down, the locker bay, and I would get it all the time. Not anymore. Not anymore.
I'm in like 2nd grade, I think. You start learning about stranger danger. And I went home and just couldn't stop thinking about it. And so then my mom was like, okay, Sadie, it's time to go out and get the mail. And I said, oh no, I can't go and get the mail by myself. Oh, no way. And so finally my mom said that she was gonna watch me from the door, and I was gonna go and walk to the end of our driveway and get the mail and come back. But she promised to watch me the whole time. So I'm really nervous, and I'm walking down to go get the mail, and I open the mailbox, and all of a sudden this big white, beat up creeper van is driving down my street and stops. Then the big white door slides open, and I have the mail in my hand, and I drop it, and I run to my mom, and I'm like, stranger danger, stranger danger. And I'm totally babbling. The guy goes, I'm really sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to scare your daughter. I'm just here to fix your window.
Oh my gosh.
Never been so embarrassed.
It's my dream to play football, and she begrudgingly let me sign up and go. 6th grade, she drops me off. It was called Pop Warner's, or Little League for football, and she drops me off. We start, and she said, oh, you know what? I just want to ask the coach a few questions. So we started walking up. All my friends were there, the coach, and it was about to be the greatest moment of my life. And she said, just a few questions. So she said, I want to know what happens if he gets hit, the helmet. And he said, oh, the helmet's very safe. And he went through the helmet, face mask. Can he get an extra thing for the neck? She went from head to toe, all the pads, the option. What about his pancreas? Is that going to be, and how is this going to be protected head to toe? Well, ma'am, there's shin guards if you want them. They're on there. You don't have to get them, but I want him to have those. Okay, he can get this, but this. So basically, had me in full body armor. And she was like, okay, well, I guess it's everything's fine. And so she started walking away. I was so relieved. And she stopped, and she spun around, and she said, oh, this is probably a silly question, but this is two-hand touch, right?
So are you still, because we were asking everybody today, what was your rebellious phase? Are you still having one?
I'm still having one. I still am. I'm not even kidding you.
Bringing flasks into the Emmys.
Really? Who does that? I'm a very respected, mature actress, and I'm bringing flasks of vodka into the Emmys and any chance to be bad and have fun.
My mom has a theory, I think, that if I'm really busy, I won't get into trouble. And I kind of think she's right.
I had a 1972 Monte Carlo, was my first car.
I had that car growing up. Mine was baby blue. Growing
You
up.
remember those bench seats?
Yes.
In the front and the back, and you could fit 10 people.
Yes.
So, you couldn't find someone's house to party at. Just bring out the Monte Carlo.
And then last but not least, in the very first scene in the pilot, you're crying at work.
Mm-hmm.
Is it ever okay to cry at work?
In my
if you're
job,
not acting. If you're not acting in a scene.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, I'm assuming you've never had an office job, but I hear about these stories by these people that are at work and they're I had to go in the bathroom because I had to cry. It's just is it ever okay, do you think?
I think it does have to be private because you can't help, but people will tend to think like, whoa,
She's
that's
the crier.
Yeah.
You'll always be known
yeah.
as the crier. The nice thing about the show and about acting is that you can do it and get away with it. Well, there you go. Thank you for chatting with us.
You're so welcome. Are you drunk too?
I
I'm
am.
gonna get you
Yeah, chatting. Bye. Bye. We're wasted.